Right, so as with apparently all vlogs, they start in either the office or the living room. This one starts in the living room, and to give you a brief idea of what's going to happen, in about 2 hours I'm going to jump in the car and I'm going to be driving to Birmingham Airport, where I'm going to get a plane to, first of all I'm going to get a plane to Dubai, stay there for 3 hours, and then I'm going to get another plane to Taipei. So yeah, that's awesome. Right, well, I guess going on a trip means an obligatory room tour, so let's get started. Obviously, the bathroom is the first thing you get to. Very nice sink, nice bath and shower. But the coolest thing, all of the options! I can get my bum sprayed at the press of the button. Isn't that fantastic? Rest of the room, see, corner mirrors, lovely bed. Is it soft? Just about, it's a little bit on the hard side, but you will survive. Massive TV, and is that a disc? I forgot what discs look like. And the view out the window is not too bad. Quite offices on the other side, but other than that, nice view of the street, and we'll go out there in just a second once I've well, had a look at what's around and maybe some recommendations for some food places or something. So. Yeah, let's give this a go. So once we got to the actual press event, it was quite interesting. We sat down for about an hour and had this sort of talk of all the new laptops, and they had some sort of like dancing and models come out showing off all of the different actual laptops in hand. But yeah, basically the main feature is that the GPUs are now all the desktop versions, with the slight exception of the GTX 1070 actually having more cores than the desktop version, while being a little bit underclocked for power efficiency and that those sort of reasons. But yeah, either way, it's actually really awesome. So they're upgrading the entire lineup from GT to GS, GP, and GE ranges. So the basically the GT range are, I believe, the only ones that are going to get 1070 and 1080, at least at this point anyway, whereas the rest will all get 1060s, but that's still pretty awesome. All the laptops are VR ready, which is one of the things they were touting. Also upgraded MSI Vortex machines, also stuff like 120Hz, 5 millisecond panels, as well as obviously G-Sync support and stuff like that. Although when I was asking in the sort of interview section, they did mention that that G-Sync only works up to 75Hz on these laptops, so do bear that in mind. But also they do have some new cooling systems for the GT range, especially the GT80, GT83 with the two GTX 1080s, which is just kind of insane, really. But yeah, as I said, that's the kind of the main features. Obviously, they got a few new bits and pieces, including audio that they compared to a $3,000 like hi-fi setup, which I found quite interesting. But yeah, regardless, it does actually sound quite good, and we'll obviously be getting some in for review at some point where we can take a better look and give you a proper idea. They're also making a very big point that these are all VR-ready laptops, so if you're interested in that sort of thing, that's awesome. And they were doing a mixed reality sort of setup where they have a camera that obviously films you while you're playing and obviously adds in the virtual reality sort of viewpoint. This is me playing the sort of space pirate simulator. It was actually really awesome, really fun, and it is quite cool to see this like this mixed reality sort of video, which is quite cool. Now, as part of the tour, we went to Taipei 101, which is a ridiculously massive building. It's pretty insane. They actually have a massive counterbalance right up the top that sways back and forth to keep the building from basically collapsing and falling over. We went up to the 89th floor, and the lift goes up at 1,000 meters per minute, which is kind of insane, which, yeah, just kind of crazy. Also, you do have a massive kind of grandiose shopping plaza at the bottom that's like several floors and just very big and, fancy and kind of posh, really. But once you're up the top, you have an amazing view across all of Taipei. It was a little bit of sort of smog/fog covering the way, so it was a little bit hard to get the sort of longer shots, but as you can see, that's the shadow that is cast across the city that goes practically up a mountain, which is kind of crazy. We also had dinner on the 86th floor, and we ended up having something like 20 courses, because that's, you know, how the sort of traditional meal type things are over there. But yeah, it was awesome. We also, the sort of UK guys, it was Nana from MSI, as well as John from eTechnics and Leo from Kit Guru. So if you want to go check out their coverage, I'm sure you can do too. But yeah, enjoy some long exposure photos from dinner. But yeah, the second day we went to the National Palace Museum, and while we weren't allowed to take photos or videos at all, I was ridiculously impressed with some of the stuff, especially the sculptures in jade and how detailed, even in this very hard and brittle rock with very little tools. Also, they had a gyroscope that was made of jade from the 1300 BC, which is, you know, 3,000 to 4,000 years ago, and they had a working gyroscope, which was just insane. Also, there is some more sort of traditional market areas in Taipei as well as sort of being overshadowed by the mountains. There's also a ritual of sort of burning money and sort of giving food off, which is quite interesting to see. So some conclusions on the trip, the laptops and that sort of stuff. First of all, obviously thank you to MSI for taking me out and basically showing me your laptops in Taipei. It was actually really nice. It was a lot of time travelling, but yeah, it was definitely worth it to see the sights. Obviously it's not somewhere I've been before, so yeah, it was very nice indeed. And in terms of the laptops, it's really nice to see the fully fledged desktop you know, chips in the laptops running at full speed. Price is still something that I'm going to be very interested in to see, you know, because one of the big things in terms of laptop performance is that the money you pay is the kind of determining factor, in, you know, in terms of performance. But we'll obviously have to wait and see, and hopefully I will be reviewing some MSI, you know, new series laptops fairly shortly, so do stick around for those. But yeah, other than that, obviously this isn't a review or anything. You know, MSI obviously paid me to go out there, but I'm not being sponsored to say that this is, you know, they're the best and fantastic and stuff. So although I'm sure you can let me know how much of a shill you think I am in the comments down below, as I'm sure you will, because you do anyway. But yeah, other than that, yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy the video, you like these more sort of informal type videos of sort of event coverage, then feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you didn't, feel free to dislike, but let me know why in the comments down below. And yeah, if you want to help me out and actually, you know, help me go to these sort of things on my own as opposed to with sponsorship money, then feel free to check out my Amazon affiliate link. It's genuinely helping me keep the lights on, and when the PC is on, the PC on too. And yeah, other than that, I guess that's pretty much it. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all in the next video.